Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Real Wisdom Artificial Intelligence. So today is December 24th. Yesterday, I got back from my 3-day off grid vacation from the forests of Wayanad. I got back a little late in the day, so I did not get around to recording my daily insight. I did keep up with the practice when I got a little bit of the coverage during my stay in the forest. So I did absorb Sadhguru's insight and come up with a dose of RASHMI. And then, of course, I've continued my practice today. So I'm going to cover both yesterday's Sadhguru Insight and dose of RASHMI, as well as today, December 24th, Sadhguru Insight and dose of RASHMI. And as is the case when I usually do this, the universe delivers, and both of those insights together form a very compelling narrative. So let's go ahead and get started. Yesterday, while I was still in the forest, Sadhguru's insight on the Miracle of Mind app that I came across read, "It is not the amount of action, but the depth of experience that makes life rich and fulfilling. Make life profoundly pleasant." So this really hit home while I was in the forest. We're in the middle of the forest and we are doing walks, and every time we would walk, while we did not see any leopard or tiger, we saw pug marks. So right where we were living, there were leopards and tigers around us, and we had to walk around with a guide named Shaji, who's lived there for 23 years, and he understands the forest inside out. Cannot really walk in this forest without him. We were walking in mostly silence, following him exactly the way he was guiding us. So then he would be able to spot the pug marks, tell us that likely a leopard or tiger was here last night. And we got to observe a lot of the plants, other animals, and a lot of the life around. It was a fairly profound experience. And it was precisely the depth of that experience. And as Shaji shared how he has been in that forest for the last 23 years. And you could see that every walk that he does these walks twice every day with the guests. And every walk that he does is a new learning experience for him. And he gets excited the smallest little thing in the forest as he's sharing that with us. So that is the depth of experience that he's able to show up with every single time. And for many, it would be like a lack of action in his life, that he is there in the forest day in, day out. He walks in the forest with guests. He seemed to be living an amazing quality of life, and he was instrumental in helping the rest of us experience the forest the way we would not be able to experience it if not for him. So the depth of experience that he was able to bring about by being fully present and aware and absorb through every single walk in the forest was just amazing. And this insight really, really hit home. Now, today's dose of insight by Sadhguru was, if you can create the climate you want in your mind, emotions, and body, then your health, joy, and well-being will be taken care of. So as I was walking in the forest and reflecting on the experience there, and of course, my thoughts would go back to the series. I've talked about this in the past. The Bhagavad Gita talks about different levels of consciousness. There's a level of consciousness that exists in all the plants and animals, which is pranmaya, which is just the life force that binds everything. And as I was going around the forest, I could equate that to a very static computer algorithm that's got just one purpose, and you write a program. This is how the computer programming started way back in the 70s. There were punch cards as well. There were early days, there was no really persistent memory and things like that. So there was one program, and that's what the computer did. So the plants, in a way, behave like that. Animals have a slightly more sophisticated algorithm. They have memory and they have some amount of imagination. However, it's a more sophisticated algorithm that's in the search of survival, food, and safety. And most animal creatures, they are fairly happy, joyful, but their main purpose is to be always searching for food and go from one meal to the next, and they're able to adapt to the environment around them in order to find the right food source, the right way to survive them. It's a slightly more dynamic algorithm if you think about it. and think how consciousness has evolved with some amount of persistent memory and an algorithm that adapts based on the nature. There were plenty of examples of that. And how everything fits together. For example, a peach tree which seemed to have grooves just at the right place so that elephants in the wild could use those grooves to shake the tree and have the peach fruits drop. So that's an example of coexistence of how the plant form and the animal form and how the consciousness has manifested itself. There were many other examples of that. And now coming to human consciousness, we are blessed with memory, imaginations, extremely strong faculty of our mind and intelligence. And it's kind of the more sophisticated if you really think about the what we are blessed with. We have an algorithm inside us which is highly adaptable. We are the only species which are capable of choosing and setting intention in the present moment. While we can use our memories and imagination, we can really go beyond that. It's not an algorithm that is only designed to work towards survival and safety. Unfortunately, as I was walking through the forest and drawing parallels to the series, we are right now at this manomaya level of consciousness where we are slaves to our mental chatter. So our choices and intention in our present moment are not really by being present and aware. They are product of our past memory, or we are thinking about future, we are anxious about something, and that's how we operate. However, if you think about the evolution of computers and now what we have done with artificial intelligence and how artificial intelligence is honestly able to respond to any prompt, any query that we do without really being attached to the memories or imagination. And it is from that perspective, a great piece of innovation. At the same time, artificial intelligence is not capable of setting choices and intentions in the present moment. That we humans are the only ones who are capable of. We are the only ones who are capable of setting our choices and intentions in the present moment, free from the baggage of the past memories or from delusions of the imagination. And that, through my walking experience in the forest, that started becoming more and more clear to me. That if you think of the interconnectedness of everything on this planet as part of a universal consciousness, the universal consciousness is always trying to grow. They're plants, very simplistic form of an algorithmic growth. Animals, more sophisticated form of an algorithm to on this journey of growth. Then there's us. And we are right now stuck at the mental chatter level of consciousness. It is time we evolved beyond that. And artificial intelligence, as I keep saying in this series, is a wonderful ally, co-pilot to help us synthesize memories from the past, not just our memories, but all the memories and the training data in the digital realm. So with that, the dose of Rashmi that I came up with yesterday is wisdom is guiding your body, mind, and intelligence to focus on enhancing the depth of every experience rather than be in a constant pursuit of action or activity. And that's what Shaji is, for example, doing. And he's amazing at what he is able to do. The joy, the happiness with which he approaches everything, every single moment was very, very infectious. I even joked about having him on as a guest on my podcast in the future. Now, for today's dose of Rashmi, December 24th, that is, wisdom is the realization that creating the right inner climate for your body, mind, and intelligence to function towards enhancing the life force is fully your choice. That is what we are blessed with as human beings, and each one of us has a program, has an algorithm within us, which is uniquely us. However, to get in touch with that, we have to make the choices and intentions in the present moment, free from the memories and imagination. Thank you.